Welcome back to the Kaleidosphere, a Dungeons & Dragons Play Podcast. I'm your Dungeon Master, Nathan. Joining me tonight are Grant.
Zachariah Heros, impervious to Zugdragonku's aura of horniness.
Cody.
The magically mutating Jack Rackman.
Pippin.
Moriarty. Not really sure what's going on with the rest of the crew.
Jonathan.
Hudson Swift, who is in a lot of deep shit right now.
And Alex.
Clacker Volkson, now with 100% more horns.
Terrible. Join us in episode 14 of our first campaign, To Whom the Sea Belongs. Let's see, last week you kind of did a little bit more of a shopping session, but you like shopping more for information than for anything else. So Moriarty learned more about the Wayfinders. Hudson did some research on the Shoten family, trying to figure out if Zachariah is actually the dead body of his worst enemy. And Zachariah did some research on mind flayers. Jack did kind of a doctor visit to see about all of his teeth falling out and what's up with that, and the doctor was not very helpful. And Clacker got his saber-tooth tooth ground down so that he can possibly use it for tea. I think that's his plan. I think that's gross, but that's up to Clacker. And over the course of that afternoon, Hudson was hit on by the Water Genasi Azure, and we ended last week's episode with their rendezvous on the beach to look for buried treasure, which Hudson finally realized was an innuendo. But it turns out that that was not even fully just an innuendo. It was also a setup, and now it appears that Hudson is, as you said, Jonathan, in some pretty deep shit now. So we're going to pick up right there on the beach.
Are we sure it's not just like a group sex thing?
We are not sure of anything yet other than that it is on the shore.
I am horned up now.
No.
I think I might be more afraid of group sex with sharks than... I don't know, that just seems terrifying.
It'd be a whale of a time.
Yeah.
That'd just be a three-way.
You should try everything once, Hudson.
I think I would only try that. I think I wouldn't have a chance to try it again after.
Right. So I want to be generous, but I also want to be realistic. And so I think the fairest way, I've been thinking about this ever since we finished our our most recent recording session. I do think that the fairest way for us to do this is to have the rest of the party show up on round 4 of initiative, and Zachariah to show up on round 6 of initiative.
I left first.
Yeah, but you went the wrong way.
Right.
You also said you're, not good with directions.
Right.
At least let me roll survival.
I will let you roll survival on a DC 12. You show up on round 5. On a DC 16, you show up along with everyone else on round 4. You can go ahead and do that.
I got a 15. It's not too bad.
Okay, so you show up on round 5.
A little better, thank you.
You're welcome.
God.
You're welcome. Now, remember, each round is only 6 seconds long, so this is already, where I'm being generous instead of realistic, because that's, you guys showing up 24 seconds into whatever happens, which, to me, feels, pretty quick, but I don't want to, invalidate game balance and all of that, so that's the best way that I think we can play it. And so, Hudson, I will need you to... Actually, everyone go ahead and roll initiative. Yeah.
See, the reason we're all showing up just going so quickly is because Hudson on his way there was doing his money dance as he was going to the beach. He's like, I'm gonna make some money. He had a whole song and dance routine with NPCs and all that.
I stopped at a tavern along the way to grab a pint of ale.
Right, of course.
It was a big song and dance.
What are those things called where people would just randomly break out into song and dance? They were viral a few years ago.
Flash mobs.
Yes, it was a flash mob.
Hudson Swift flash mob.
Except it ends with him being eaten by sharks.
As happens.
Yeah.
I have a 19.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Very nice.
Very nice.
I don't like going high in initiative. It makes me nervous.
Well, good thing you don't show up until round 4.
I know. Is it a good thing though? We'll see.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
I'm pretty concerned.
Zachariah has not rolled initiative yet, right?
Ooh.
Dang.
What was that cartoon with
Street
the...
sharks.
Hi, Cody. How are you doing? Yeah.
I know, I'm in your brain.
That was so immediate.
It was.
I was thinking Rugrats.
What was that cartoon?
Why Rugrats?
I
Why
saw
were you
like a
thinking-
Rugrats meme, like it was like for like the Silmarillion today. It was like a Silmarillion meme, but like using a Rugrats template. So that I've been thinking about Rugrats all day. And I'm like, that was a weird show.
It was kind of a weird show.
I liked it.
There's
I'm not
that
saying it wasn't
episode
weird.
That was extremely disturbing where Angelica has that nightmare.
I just remember the one where they like the grandpa, somebody's asleep, like an adult's asleep, and then they like see his uvula and they like try to cut it out because they think it's like a monster.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, the grandpa.
Yeah, I don't know.
The one I'm thinking of, there's like, her parents are gonna have a new baby, and she has this nightmare that this giant baby's like, give me all your cookies, I'm the new baby, deal with it.
Oh yeah. Yes. So scary.
It was horrifying. It would fit right in this game.
Yeah, it really would. Taking sanity damage from that.
Not my
I'm the new
cookies.
party member. Deal with
Not my cookies.
Sorry, one moment. Forgot about the boat.
it. The boat.
The boat.
What?
The boat.
Yar, there, you know what to do now, Hudson.
Okay, initiative rolls. So we've got Rip Fangfin going first with a 22, then Shred Bloodgill with a 21, Hudson with a 14, and Azure with a 7, and then we'll have the other party members show up on rounds 4 and 5. It's pretty rough.
Does anyone else hear the Titanic music right now?
As I'm being hacked to pieces.
Jonathan, I hope that nothing that happens over the next 30 minutes causes you not to be one of my best men at my wedding.
Well, it really depends, honestly.
Damn, son.
I can
Okay.
retract.
Rip Fangfin is going to move right up next to you, Hudson, and also try to block your exit from the shore. And is going to pull out this giant rusty anchor and just try to conk you with it.
Oh boy.
Does an 18 hit?
Yeah, it is.
That's 25 bludgeoning damage.
That's a
was-
heavy anchor.
Yeah,
Hey, Rip. Ow. God, mate. Are you sure you have to do all this?
And I need you to make a strength saving throw, DC 18, or you fall prone. You do not fall prone. You are
all right.
nimble.
21, baby.
Very
Hudson's
nice.
strong. Like I feel like he kind of, catches the anchor a little, but still
Right.
bonks him pretty hard.
Yep. And then for his second attack, Rip is just going to try to grapple you. So he'll make an athletics check. You can make
Come on, mate.
athletics
Can't
or
we talk about
acrobatics.
this?
26 to grapple you.
Wait, should I make another strength saving throw?
Athletics or acrobatics check, your choice.
Oh, athletics for sure. Nope. And I rolled an 8.
Yep. So you are grappled. Your speed is 0, but you have no other penalties currently.
Okay.
Hey, mate, you're coming to give me a hug. I appreciate
Right.
that, lad.
Shred steps up. He's got, he's a hammerhead shark folk, so he's got this big old grin, but then his eyes are on either side of his head. And he just says, "Oh, there'll be blood tonight, mate." And let's see, he, here's what he's gonna do.
Uh-oh. Why?
Does a 23 hit your armor class?
Yeah, of course it hits me.
Okay. He pops a net over you, and you are restrained.
Okay.
So, again, your speed is 0. I'm forgetting the extra condition on restraint, so let's look that up.
I don't
real
think
quick.
there is any. I'm totally fine. Hudson's gonna say like,
Aye, mate, you know, if you wanted to take me out on a date, there's easier ways to ask.
So restrained, your attack rolls have disadvantage. Attack rolls against you have advantage, and you have disadvantage on dex saves. All of that to say, it is now your turn, Hudson.
okay, great. I think, oh boy, I don't even know what to do. I'm gonna try and
Lay down and pretend that you're dead.
Well, then I will actually be dead very shortly. No, and that's not a good thing. No offense, Zechariah. I think I am gonna try and attack. I'm gonna try to attack Rip with a menacing attack.
All right.
And so I'm gonna use this.
You can wait until you hit to see whether you use that or not, because you do have disadvantage.
Oh, okay, perfect.
One of the great things about Battle
That's fine. I'll
Masters.
hit. I'm not worried.
Okay.
So Hudson's just gonna start kind of flailing about wildly, as he's tangled in this net, and as somebody's like kind of pulling him into the sand. And a 22.
Yeah.
Nice.
You do hit. I'm sorry, did you say you hit Rip or Shred?
The one who's holding me is Rip, correct? Like the
yeah,
one who's
Rip
grappling
Rip
me.
has you grappled. Shred is the hammerhead shark folk that put the net over you.
Yeah.
Rip is more of a traditional, like, what you would think of when you hear shark folk, like kind of great white looking.
Yeah, well, I definitely hate Rip more, so I'm gonna, try to slash at him wildly with the cutlass.
Yeah, so you hit. You can go ahead and you do your menacing effect now.
Alright, so, superiority dice, which is, okay, wait, alright, I'll just roll the superiority dice and then I'll add it to the attack. So, a d8, 4 for my for the menacing attack, and, 8 damage normally, so 12 damage totally. And now he must make a wisdom saving throw.
Indeed. I got a 7.
Alright, so now he is frightened of me until the end of my next turn.
Nice. And let's see, you can't move. I guess that's all from you, right?
He's mad at you.
Yeah.
It's Azure's turn. She's going to disengage and hop into the boat and start getting it ready to paddle. It is back to Rip's turn. Rip is frightened of Hudson, which means disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while within line of sight of Hudson, and Rip cannot willingly move closer to Hudson. However, he can still make an attack, just at disadvantage.
I was thinking about that.
So, good news with disadvantage. 14.
That does not hit.
Very nice.
Let's go.
And, oh, you know what? It's just normal. Which, it would still be a 14. It would still miss. But it's because he has advantage because you're restrained, but disadvantage because he's frightened.
Right.
So,
Oh boy, well, that's fine. He missed.
the
He
second
sucks.
of his 2 attacks is just going to be a straight roll, and that's a 28
No, that doesn't hit.
for 27 bludgeoning damage.
Alright, I'm on the ground.
And Shred just scoops you up in the net, plops you over his shoulder, and they hurry you into the boat here. Let's see, I guess Rip still couldn't move at that point. That is the end of the second initiative order as Azure starts paddling the boat. Third initiative order, Rip would run and jump into the boat as well, and the 3 of them would paddle away with Hudson's unconscious, limp body.
How far can they paddle?
Let's see, the speed of this boat is 20 feet with oars, 50 feet with sail once they get far enough to use the sail. If both of the shark folk are rowing, once they all get into the boat, allowing it to double move, that's 80 feet out from the shore by the time you would all arrive on the beach.
Wait,
So, what?
No, I was just confused how that worked. Double move, like, goes from 20 to 80.
Oh, because it's 2 rounds between, so it's like 20 to 40, and then they do that for 2 rounds.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm doing the math right there, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Because, no, that would make a difference. Like, 40 feet away, you might see them, but it's like, it's nighttime now. You, they're 80 feet away without a light source. So
Wait,
you would
is it
not.
night?
It is
Or
night.
is it sunset still? I guess that's up to you, so sorry.
Yeah, no, I was envisioning that it was already nighttime by the time they rendezvoused, because Hudson like took time to talk with Kenawan as well, so showed up later than Azure was expecting. Let's see, you were all looking for Hudson because you thought that Azure might be Zugchigonku or something. I'm not exactly sure what was going on in Zachariah's head. I suppose inside Zachariah's head is actually just empty air, but...
Excuse me?
I'm gonna have each of you make a perception check, no advantage, no disadvantage, on a, I'm gonna make this difficult because it's not exactly what you're looking for, so we'll say on a 20 or higher, so higher than a 19, you will spot the boat.
How far did you say they were? 80 feet? Shit.
Yes.
You said it had to be 20 or higher, correct? Not
Correct.
19. I'm not even rolling because I have a -1, so it's impossible for me.
Right.
Can I guidance myself, or is this just a regular perception?
It's just a regular perception. If you have inspiration, you can use it here.
Damn, 17.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. 20.
Jack, you notice the boat.
How could I
see-
not notice a boat?
Right. It's like a magnet to you. So you see a single sailboat, small boat. It's got a single sail and a couple oars. Looks like there are a couple hulking figures on it. I would say you can't exactly make out their race because like you're only seeing this. You know, it's beyond the range of your.
Silhouette.
Right, it's beyond the range of your dark vision. You're seeing this against like the glimmer of starlight off of the rippling water. So it is difficult to make out, let alone because that wasn't exactly what you were expecting. But you see a couple really large figures, a smaller figure, and some sort of like sack of something in it. So you are aware of that.
Can I figure out where they're going?
I'll come back to that in just a second. Jonathan, can you roll me
Sure.
a straight d20? Okay. That was basically a luck roll, just to determine some things.
Would Jack, would you point that out to me?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Once it's time, I would absolutely let the whole team know.
Now that you are aware of it, go ahead and make I guess another perception check. DC is going to be lower, though, as you're watching to see if you can determine anything about where they're going.
Right. Yeah, I would point it out on the horizon there and be like, "Har, there be a lone sail going away from the tides."
All right, you stupid, useless
Har, I only got 11.
Go follow them.
God damn it. These useless eyes.
Yeah, with an 11, you're not exactly sure. Like, it doesn't appear that they have any specific destination. I'm going to put you back on the map of Cliffsbay to kind of give you context for the direction or kind of the area that they are.
I'm gonna have my familiar follow the ship.
Okay, so you're on the beach here, and they are,
Oh, I see. There's a lot of this.
right, they're just sailing away from the shore, so there is a lot of places they could end up going.
Pirates Cove.
Well, I'll have Raven keep an eye on them, see where they land.
Keep an eye.
I can't hear
Please,
you.
Raven, do a good job. I know that Zachariah doesn't treat you well, but Hudson's always been kind to
I
you.
treat him fine. He's fine. So yeah, I'll have him circle. You know what I mean? Just close enough to keep an eye, and then I can't communicate with him past 100 feet though, so I'm gonna have to wait here for him to come back. I'll have to wait for him to come back. Unfortunately, I'll have to wait for him to come back.
Can you have him make a stealth check?
Yeah, absolutely. Is it, here we go. Okay, that linked me somewhere. Okay, he does have a stealth score. 6.
Okay, so you're watching through Raven's eyes actively, or just communicating with him, or with her?
Well, soon. I mean, they're 80 feet away, so I'm assuming by now I can't communicate with it at all. I'm just waiting for it to come back.
Okay. And does a 14 hit it?
Oh yeah, 100%.
How many hit points does it have?
1.
Okay, it's dead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck.
With a
Just see
6.
that.
I don't know how. They must really not like birds.
Yeah, Shred popped it with a dagger. I suppose you wouldn't know that, though, because it's out of your range at this point.
Are there like seagull corpses on the beach? just randomly throw daggers at birds? Fucking asshole.
Yeah, you can find a few seagull corpses. Any of those corpses might make a valid new familiar. Just put that out there.
No. Well, wait. Like you'll let me? What you like? I can make them not dead anymore? I mean, well, dead, undead.
Right, undead. You can starting at like 5th level, right? So one more level up, and you can be doing all of that.
I mean, find familiar doesn't technically change. I'm just hoping that you're not always a monster, and you'll let me have a cool familiar at some point.
I will let you have a cool familiar at some point.
No, I'll just resummon Raven. He always comes back. Although it's an interesting question that's raised. Is it the same Raven, or is it a different Raven?
That is a good question.
Do I just send him to his death over and over and still he returns? All right, well, we're assuming that boat was Hudson, right?
I'm relatively certain.
I would kind of hold my lantern up over the area. Is it like kind of clear that there was a struggle here?
Make a survival check.
I think this is where they made love.
I have a feeling this isn't a moonlight.
Some type of group sex or something.
With a 3, that is exactly what you think. That's all you get.
Yeah, some kind of group sex. Hudson surprises me.
Well, I thought he was into that. It kind of got the vibe from him.
Well, I guess, who was he out here to meet again?
Some girl from the library.
The library, yes. We should go there, post haste, and inquire as to who this person is, and how we might find them. And one of us should also speak with the, Larry, and see if he's heard of any kidnappings on the beach.
All right. So post haste, are you heading back to the library immediately? Because it's, the sun set like an hour ago.
Right, yeah, I'm assuming they're closed, but there might still be someone there. So yeah, I wouldn't like go sleep with Hudson missing.
Right.
Yeah, I would head there right away. Hopefully there's a janitor or something.
Right, and on your way back into the Cliffsbay district, which again is like the shoddy neighborhood, a halfling with shoddy clothes and pubescent fuzz kind of runs up to you.
Hey, you wanna buy a map?
Not now!
We've already got him up.
He scampers away at the...
Wait, come back here.
He's running away. He's like scared of you.
Delton.
It's Zelton.
Zelton, come here.
What?
I've had a bad night. Listen, we've just had a friend go missing, and I just... Are there any... Where do things happen after dark around here?
Mainly this district. I mean, there's the riverbed. There's,
I don't know.
sometimes plays happen after night. I'm just trying to sell a map.
Right. Have you ever heard of someone named Azure or seen a blue water genasi around town or around this district?
Oh, sure. I mean, there's a few genasi around here, but I think
he kind of sizes you up. Can you make an intimidation check?
Huh. I got a 12.
Okay.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that she's a resident of this district. I might be able to get you in touch if you can make it worth my while.
You don't know nothing.
Zachariah takes a deep breath and turns to Clacker. I don't usually resort to this type of thing, but will you please grab this little thing by its ankles and shake this information out of him?
Oh, yeah, okay. And I grab him, or I go to grab him.
All right. Make a grappling check, athletics.
Athletics. 19.
All right, and he got a 5. So, yep, you've got him by his ankles.
Whoa. Okay. She's a member of the
slap him.
magistrate. Ow. Hey,
Don't
I'm
lie
telling
to
you.
me, Zelton.
I'm not a liar. I'm an information broker. Everything I say is truthful. That's how I make a living. She is... that really stung, man. Do you not have any sort of, like... I don't... cushion?
I'm literally incapable of dealing melee damage.
It's not a handprint, it's like a straight up just bone print.
Right.
He literally can't do melee damage.
Just rolled like 6 more attacks against him.
But they're all for 0.
Ow. Hey, stop it. Listen. She's
I've had a bad night, Zelton.
She's a member of the magistrate, okay? They operate out of the Fungal Crags. That's where the magistrate, that's their headquarters. That's, I don't know her personally. I just know she's a member of the magistrate, alright?
What is the magistrate?
They're the arbiters of the law, the judicial system. They're also all mages.
Oh, I thought that was like a cool gang name.
I mean, you know, depending on who you ask, it would be a gang. I'm not gonna say that it's a gang because, that's partial. That's an opinion, not a fact, as it were. Can you please set me down? Blood's rushing to my head.
Don't set him down.
I say he comes with us.
I say he comes with us too. We've had enough of the Elton clan.
Just carry him like a sack of potatoes and he can direct us towards this magistrate hideout.
I get really close to his face and I'm like, Cliffsbay takes one of ours. We take one of theirs.
He tries to poke you in the eye.
I don't have eyes, you piece of shit.
What are you? What kind of person doesn't have eyes?
Vengeance! No, I'm joking.
Damn it.
So the magistrate, if someone went missing, who would you suspect?
I don't know. There's lots of gangs.
Out of character real quick. I totally forgot this, and I'm very sorry. Do any of you know Thieves' Cant?
Nope.
No.
No.
Okay.
I know every other language.
Right.
So, yeah, he's like, I mean, there's all kinds of games. People go missing pretty regularly, especially now that the City Watch has collapsed. Can you please set me down, big guy?
He, like, tries to swat at your leg, Clacker, but his short little arms can't reach you.
Okay, calm down there, little guy.
Put me down.
Where do we find? How would we talk to the magistrate?
Well, they're all at the Fungal Crags. That's what I told you.
Oh yeah, you did say that. All right, Zelton, you're coming with us to the fun time crabs.
He just kind of stares at you. Again, there's like lots of blood in his head at this point, so he's like, like beet red. He's like, fine, can I walk on my own 2 feet? Or can you at least hold me upright?
Well, if I put you down, you gotta stay with us. No running away, or I'm gonna pick you up again and then you're gonna be stuck like this.
Sure, no running away.
Okay. And I don't drop him, but I get him close to the ground and I let him go.
Okay, and he immediately tries to run away.
I go for the ankles again.
Yep. He's got a 9 to avoid.
I rolled a 15.
Yeah, and you scoop him back up.
No, I wasn't running. I was just showing you the way.
Yep.
Zelton, you're a liar. Now I think that you've lied to me.
Fungal Crags is that way.
And he gesticulates northward.
Is that the way he was running?
No.
No, I'm joking. I'm joking. All right, let's go to the fungal slabs or whatever. And we head that way.
Yep, and this is the complex of like mage spires, mage towers, where Jack got his teeth checked, Clacker got his horn ground down, Moriarty read about the Wayfinders, all of that. Zachariah was also briefly here speaking with
The Loxodon.
the whale folk, not Loxodon. Yeah.
Was he a whale? Oh yeah, he was a blue whale folk. That's why I thought he was the Loxodon.
Yeah. Similar appearance.
Well, I was meaning like temperament.
Right. Yeah, so you all get there, and the same blue whale folk is behind the desk.
Oh, hello there.
Oh, hello.
It's good to see a kind face. We've had a bad night.
It's good to see you. I forget, did you say your name?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I was
Zachariah.
friendly to them also.
Yeah, I remembered it being a pleasant interaction.
The attendant before you, Azure.
Yes.
I have business with Azure.
Well, she should be back in tomorrow. She's likely attending to her homework for her studies.
It's an emergency. Do you have any sort of personal records or anything? I need to speak with her urgently. If I can find where she's staying, or if we can get a note to her somehow. It's got to be tonight.
I can take a note to her, although I am slow. I might send one of the staff here. They're a little lighter on their feet than me. She lives in one of the student apartments here, so I'll...
here? She lives in this building?
Well, not this building, but this complex of buildings, yes, in the fungal
Listen,
crags.
I don't want to bother you. Just why don't you just tell me the address and we'll go.
Well, okay. And he gives you directions like back out into the courtyard, and then there's 2 towers that are dormitories for students students in training to become magisterial members. But what sort of this seems surprising how urgent it is. I'm one of the
one of her friends has gone missing.
One of your friends has gone missing, and you think that Azure has...
One of her friends has gone missing, and we need to notify her.
I see. Well, I understand it's been quite difficult with the collapse of the City Watch. I hope that nothing too serious has happened to her friend, but yeah, it's just out the courtyard to your right. There's the 2 apartment buildings. It's the one on the right that she lives in. The, second floor, 3rd room on the right.
Got it. Third floor, 17th room, on the right. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll hurry off to her room then, right? I don't know. I'm talking too much. Do you guys have any ideas?
No, it's got us this far. You've made us a lot of progress, Zachariah.
Yeah, the progress stops though when you, the apartment itself is unlocked, but her apartment room is locked.
Fuck that.
Right. Zelton, pick the lock.
Who do you think I am?
Don't try to tell me. Don't even try to tell me you don't know how to pick a lock.
What? I don't know how to pick a lock.
Clacker, throw him.
Yeah, right.
Throw him off the balcony.
Well, you either pick the lock or your face becomes a battering ram.
Okay, I'll pick the lock.
Exactly. You're a liar, Zelton.
No.
Yeah. Yes, you are.
I lower him down so he can pick the lock. I'm still
All right.
holding him by the ankle.
I'm looking for a DC 12. He has expertise in thieves' tools.
Oh my god.
Great,
he does 25.
does it?
Child's play. This is not the name.
Right, so he flips a couple little lock picks into the thing, and it clicks open like nothing, like it wasn't even locked in the first place.
You should be a professional.
It just literally was unlocked.
Right, I was gonna say he pushed the door instead of pulled it.
Right.
Instead of information, you should sell lockpicking services. Have you ever considered that? I think you'd get way more business.
My cousin Melton does that. He's shown me a couple things.
Sure you didn't show your cousin Milton how to do it?
You're gonna have to introduce us to Milton.
Well, if you let me go, I can tell him to come and help you.
No. So we all saw Zelton here break into this apartment, right? If we have to talk to the town watch, everyone's
yes.
witnesses. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's true, he did break into this place.
Oh yeah.
We
And
do
as
need to go.
concerned citizens,
Right.
seeing somebody break into a house, we should
Right.
investigate.
Make sure she's okay, right, Zelton?
He's just staring at you wide-eyed.
I'll take that as a yes.
I'm going to, tap my lantern a couple times, and a dark green glow will emanate from the front, and I'm going to step into the apartment.
Yeah, it is fairly messy, but not ransacked messy. Just college life is difficult messy. It's a single bedroom. It's got a bed shoved against one wall. There's a desk with stacks of books and parchment and smudges of ink, capped ink bottles, etc. There's a bookshelf with more books, and a little plant growing in like a clay pot. Clothes are strewn like kind of it looks like they were intended to be in a corner, but they've kind of crept out into the rest of the room.
I would just everyone look around, look for anything, look for notes, look for anything out of the ordinary. I'm going to check the desk. I'm going to check the papers.
Yep, anyone who is looking can make an investigation check. And then Clacker, did you have something else to add?
I was gonna say, can I hang Zelton from my horn?
Wow. That's some pretty intense blowhole string.
He's just a halfling.
Are there kegels for a blowhole?
Ooh.
Bleagles.
Given how easily it pops out.
Can someone post the Brazzers logo?
I mean, sure.
Wait a second! Wait! Why
That was so defeated.
Here's what I'll say though. It's 1, because he's a halfling and small. So 2, I'm gonna say that it requires concentration, as if concentrating on a spell. So if you take damage, like, he'll be able to possibly just pop off. 3, it's going to be like you're grappling him, but with disadvantage, because you're not actually hanging on to him, so he might be able to just, like, wriggle away from, like, get his clothing untangled and scamper off.
Okay. I'll keep holding him by the ankle then.
Okay.
I'll search with my other hand. What was the check for searching again? Investigation?
Investigation.
Someone should definitely help me on the desk. I'm having some trouble.
Clacker's looking around, but he's not finding nothing. I rolled a 5.
I rolled a 9.
Check. Let me check. God, I rolled an 8.
Oh, guys, no, not right now. Moriarty, you goddamn save us.
Hey, but I am 20.
Oh my God.
Thank God.
So everyone else is looking around, but Moriarty, you actually find a false bottom in one of the drawers of her dresser. And you find some documents under it that appear innocuous, but given that they were, like, hidden so carefully, you can read through them and you don't pick out any specific meaning, but you imagine it's some sort of, like, coded communication in these papers.
Zelton, read these with your weird thieving stuff that you can do.
Note it also for everybody. It's always in the sock drawer.
I don't know Thieves Can't.
You have lied. Everything that's come out of your goddamn tiny mouth has been a lie.
Okay, well fine, I do know Thieves Can't. As in I don't.
I
because
know!
That was a lie.
Oh my God. Read it.
Make another investigation or intimidation check with advantage.
14.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. Okay. Just stop yelling at me. And if you want any more lockpicking services, find Melton, not me. Don't ask me, I'm not very good
Do
at it.
you understand the predicament that you are in, Zelton?
No.
Wait, is that a lie?
I don't know. Okay.
And then he starts reading the letters exactly as they are written, doing nothing to...
No, read the words behind the words.
This is a code I'm not familiar with. To the best of my understanding, and he begins rattling off, like, very complex cipher mechanisms and
Of course he does.
some of the most common ways that people
you give yourself credit for.
embed meaning within, like, text. Like, you know, he flips around some of the letters in different words and explains how to, like, diagram stuff out. And eventually he stumbles upon one and he says, "Oh, it looks like this one actually might pan out." And because he wasn't familiar with the specific cipher at first, I'm going to roll a d4, and it takes him 10 minutes times the d4. So it takes him 40 minutes to figure this out.
Jesus Christ. While he's doing that,
Sure.
I'm going to do a detect magic
Okay,
ritual.
I'm gonna get my raven back also.
nice. It's a good use of that. So he takes some blank parchment and he pushes all of Azure's, like, notes and stuff to the side and uses her desk to recopy the note in different ways while you two are doing that. Jack, there is quite a bit of magic. Let's see. blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of metal, a thin sheet of lead, 3 feet of wood or dirt. Okay, so you sense so much magic. This is an apartment building full of aspiring mages.
Yarr.
And so there's like enchanted quill pens that can work just by you like thinking the words for them to write, things like
Alright,
that.
I'm gonna grab me one of those.
Okay.
Can I have one as well?
Yeah, he said there's a bunch of them.
Yeah. You can all take one of those pens.
Oh, nice. Magic.
Thanks for saying that before he rattled off the other items, so now we're not going to get anything cool.
There's a couple nightlights, like the one that Zachariah
I'm
found
gonna
in
take one of
Kraz's
those.
lair that he thought was all magical. There's only 2 of those in this particular room, but they kind of replace the need for, like, traditional candles. There is a coat that, when attuned, you can make it whatever dye color you want.
Oh, I really like this coat.
You look very pretty in it.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a feminine cut, but you can still pull it off. It's like piratey enough anyway.
Listen,
It really makes your
listen.
ass pop out, you know.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate
listen.
that.
I'm
Do I
not
look
sure
fat?
we should. I'm not sure we should, like, loot the place. Like,
Or why not?
Well, she
I stole
looted
our
our friend.
I guess we could just say Zelton did it.
Oh yeah, he did.
Here, you take this. I hand him like a rock.
What? Hang on, I think I've almost got this cipher here. What? I'm
It's a
invested in this now.
paperweight.
Okay.
And he takes the rock.
Wait, what?
You're complicit.
What? No.
And
Put a gold in my pocket.
Wait, I'll take the gold from your pocket. I'll do that.
You'll take the gold from your carpets.
Jack, because the spell is not blocked, or the spell is blocked by 1 foot of stone or 3 feet of wood or dirt, those barriers are pretty substantial, so you're actually able to detect similar, like, tiny, like, common mundane magic items in the rooms to either side of you and above and below you. So it's like kind of an overwhelming sensation at first, and then you're able to kind of identify the ones I just described in this particular room.
If only Hudson were here, he'd have a hell of a time stealing all this stuff.
I'd take everything that wasn't nailed down.
It's like he's here. It's like
I
he's
can
here
hear
right
him right
now.
now.
It's
Speaking in
the
my
devil
mind.
on your shoulder.
I can hear it now. Money, 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 money.
Zelton, how much you think this coat is worth?
Wait, is that different than the one you just had on, or it looks the same to me? Just a different color.
Yeah,
Do you want me to translate this or not? Let me focus.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
And when he says that, you eventually hear a squawk. Focus! Focus!
It's good to have you back.
Just stay quiet.
Quiet! Quiet!
My God.
So, do you know what happened to you, bird boy? That little birdie. I don't know your name, actually.
He doesn't talk. His name's Raven.
Raven.
There's nothing.
Raven, do you know what's happened to you?
He doesn't talk. He talks to me.
Talk? Talk?
No, I mean telepathically. I say in his head, shut the fuck up.
It ruffles its feathers and pouts. And Zelton finally says,
Okay, guys, I've got some good news and I've got some bad news. The good news is that I translated this cipher.
and then he explains the mechanics behind how it was, like switching the letters and using every 4th word or whatever. You know, he finally like cracked the code.
The bad news is that this letter, this correspondence, is from Riptide.
Riptide.
Okay.
Riptide, I'll pull out of character. Jack would know this. Moriarty would know this. Clacker might not. Zachariah probably wouldn't. Riptide is an international crime syndicate that's as powerful as any large nation. It is a massive entity with a lot of resources and some very cutthroat, like, head decision makers.
Right. I've had dealings with them, but I prefer not to do business with them.
Right, which is why I was never here. You understand?
Oh, we
But you broke
definitely
into here.
Yeah, we definitely saw you take
No,
the coat.
no. You guys
Took the pens.
This is Riptide. This is real. I can't get involved with Riptide.
We can. So how do we find, what was it?
Riptide?
Riptide.
Now let's say that someone from Riptide came, threw you in a rowboat, and sailed off into the horizon with you. Where would they be
Let's
going
not say
to?
that. I'd rather not.
Where
think
do you
about-
think they would take you?
I don't know. Riptide's all over.
Let's say they took all of your cousins and put them in a rowboat, because you would all fit, you know. But, you know, where would they take them to, you know, stow them away at least?
Hopefully far away so they wouldn't take me too.
No, listen, there's got to be somewhere that Riptide gathers in Cliffsbay.
You're asking the wrong guy, man. I stay as far away from Riptide as I can. I don't want anything to do with
So
that.
you know where their base is, so you stay away from it.
No, that's not what I meant. I don't
That
know.
is what you just said, though. You stay as far away.
I
don't wanna-
turned to Clacker. I'm like, did you hear Zelton talking shit about Riptide? Did you hear that, Clacker?
You know, I think I did, and he broke into here too.
yeah,
was
he
alright.
said, he said,
no.
he said Riptide ate
Right.
shit.
I hold the pen up to the wall, and it starts writing Riptide sucks. It's dash Selton.
I heard he was talking to Larry
No,
from the
stop
Town Watch.
Yeah, I heard he's a snitch. I heard he went straight to Larry and told him about Riptide and where they
There's
were.
like
Did you?
tears working their way out of his eyes now. He's like,
I don't know where they gather. I don't know who's in Riptide. Evidently, Azure's in Riptide.
That's a good point. We
Dude,
understand.
can I like roll insight? Like, are those real tears? Like, do I believe him?
yeah, you can roll insight.
13.
You do believe him.
Okay. So Zelton, I have one more question for you. Jack, will you erase that off the wall?
Alright, fine.
Or just change the letter. Just to change it to like a P.
I just whisk it away. Prestidigitation.
So Zelton, I understand. I believe you. I don't know why, but if you don't know, who is the most dangerous person you do know? Who would know where Riptide is?
There's a couple people who might. Okay.
Okay.
I know some of the heads of the different gangs around here. I'm a freelancer. I don't run with any particular crowd other than my cousins. But I can tell you where you might be able to find some of the other bosses. I can also teach you some of the like symbols they use, some of the graffiti around here. You can use that to track them down as well. Mechanically, none of you would learn Thieves' Cant, but he would explain some of the like graffiti symbols that you would have seen in the alleys and such that mark out the different territories of the different like syndicates.
So yeah, Moriarty took one of the blank sheets and had his quill and just wrote down the thought process. Well, the process for like deciphering the Thieves' Cant that we know that he taught us. You know, like
Oh, sure, right.
switch
you
the
can do same
letters
thing
and every
with
fourth
more
word and all
Riptide.
that stuff.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna think of and write down the symbols that are around.
Okay.
Does he know the symbol of Riptide?
I do not know the symbol of Riptide. From what I've seen, I have seen some shark tooth graffiti, which I think might be Riptide. But again, I try to stay away from them. I don't want to mess with Riptide. If I had to guess, I would say that the shark teeth are them.
Okay, and do you the names,
Of the guilds?
the people, the bosses?
Oh, yeah, okay. So, he says, you all have a map, right?
We do.
Yes.
Right,
We have
okay.
a map. We
Let me
have
see
a
that.
map.
I'll show you the different areas, show you where you can go to talk to him.
So I'm assuming you like spread that out on the desk.
Okay, so, I'm gonna be as helpful as I can, alright? I don't want you to think I'm giving you the wrong information. I want to give you as much as I can. You all figure out what's useful and what's not, okay? Better than me giving too little, right?
It wasn't weird until you said that. Now I don't believe you.
I'm telling the truth. Okay, there's 7 districts in Cliffsbay. There's the naval base. That's where all the Navy people go. I don't think there's much criminal activity up there. That'd be pretty difficult for any criminals. There's the West Anakin Civil District. It's pretty nice. Some syndicate activity happens up there some. Most of it happens in the Cliffsbay district, which is kind of the central one. That's where we are now, up in like the north area of the Cliffsbay district. In the Cliffsbay district, there's the Shadow Gloves, there's the Red Blades, and there's Pride. The Shadow Gloves is led by a tiefling named Sapphire. I think she's gorgeous, but she's never taken me up on an offer to get dinner sometime. Be it as it may, I think she's a very dangerous woman. I think that she's one of the most powerful, most influential people in Cliffsbay, so maybe a good person to talk to. There's the, so that's the Shadow Gloves. There's the Red Blades, they're assassins. I'm not exactly sure who's in charge of them. They're kind of harder to track down. One of them is named Zeke. He often hangs out in the Riverbed Complex. That's honestly all I know about the Red Blades. They're a more reclusive group. There's Pride. Pride and the Shadow Gloves fight a lot because they're both pretty large and they both want to own more turf. Pride is based out of the Lion's Den pit fighting arena. Their leader is a gangster named Isaac. He's a human. I've partied with him a few times. He's pretty fun. I don't think he's as powerful as Sapphire, but maybe he's got something planned that I'm not aware of. Moving back north, overlooking both Cliffsbay and the West Anakin Civil District, there's Glitzcliff. There's a tiefling there named Glustony. He runs the Heartthrob brothel. He's a pretty influential guy. He knows a lot. There's also an elf named Ryan. He's pretty old. He runs a casino, and so I know he's very wealthy. I'm not sure how much of his money is in the pockets of everyone else. Like, I don't know how far his influence extends. South, past the river, past Cliffsbay District, past the river, there's the West River District, and the West Bay District, and the Twin Islands. All of those are, like, nicer neighborhoods, not as much crime, at least. Generally not as much, but now that the town watch is kind of down, that might change. Not really sure of any major gangs there, aside from Pride and the Shadow Gloves, who both try to stake out territory there. And the, the Town Watch, who's kind of a gang in their own right, depending on who you ask, right? Like, if you're a criminal, you think of them as just kind of another gang player. That's really all I know. I can also get you in touch with the representatives of the different neighborhoods. There's one for each of the 7 neighborhoods, plus Governor Lee. They are all in Parliament, or they make up the Parliament. So many of them are in Parliament during the day. Otherwise, I can help you find them in, when they're off duty. Is that enough for you to, let me go? Are we good? Are we square?
Oh no, you work for us now.
Another genuine tear works its way out as I...
Don't be sad. This is a good thing for you.
Man, I just wanted to sell you a map.
Look.
Those are small potatoes.
Look, do you want to sell maps, or do you want to do something awesome with your life?
I want to sell maps.
But do you really, Zelton?
Yep.
I mean, it's not like you make a lot off of maps. I mean, I traded a gallon of wine for a map just the other night.
Oh, I remember. I mean, Belton told me.
Wait! Wait, I look around to see if anyone else is saying anything. Did you hear that?
Yarr.
You said wait, what are we waiting on?
I look at him and then look back at Zelton and then look back at him. There's no cousins, Moriarty.
He's a sick little man.
What are you all talking about?
That's not even a good... It's not even a good disguise. You're just changing one letter.
What are you talking about? Belton told me that he tried to sell a map to a bunch of suckers for 10 gold pieces and they talked him into a bucket of wine instead. Thought that was a good deal until the bucket tasted like fish. It still gave me, Belton, stomach issues.
I look at Moriarty. You heard that time, right?
I heard it that time. So you're saying he didn't like my wine?
He didn't like your wine. He said it tasted like fish.
Can you slap the man for me? I'm insulted.
Yeah, absolutely. I slap him.
Ow!
Listen. Belton, Delton, Zelton. The gig is up, okay? We know.
He just crosses his arms.
And we need someone with your talents on our side. And if you're not going to do it, because honestly your life kind of sucks, then tell me how much it costs to acquire your services on a more permanent basis.
I'll do it. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. I make 5. If we rescue your friend, then that's 6. So I get a 40% cut of any treasure we find from this point forward.
40%?
That's too much.
You can have 40% of Hudson's cut of the treasure.
What? And 40% of everyone else's cut too.
That'd be pretty steep.
You can keep 40% of your limbs if you keep this line of negotiation up.
Whoa. Okay, fine. You've talked me into 45%. You drive a hard bargain.
As Pippin says that, Clacker squeezes his ankle a little bit harder.
35. I misspoke. I'm sorry. 35.
35% of your limbs? That's a bit more reasonable.
Listen. We don't want him to go into hiding.
It's hard to hide if he doesn't have feet to go anywhere.
You can have a cut, Hudson included. That means whatever we find, we split 6 ways. You can have a cut after we find Hudson alive.
A cut, once we find him, 20 gold up front.
I look around and I'm like, I mean, he knows the lay of the land. He speaks the language. He picks the locks. I say it's worth 5 gold each, right?
Well, yeah, that seems fair to me.
We'll discuss the cut when we get to it. But I am okay with 5 gold each for now.
All right, great. So, what do we call ourselves, right? We're an adventuring party?
Oh, is Gailey here?
I think we left her at the riverbed complex.
Oh, okay.
On her corgi.
She would have been more talkative if she had been here, so she and Corgi are hanging back at the riverbed with Kenna-One.
We do it. We have quite the crew.
You do.
I like it. I like that. That is fun for me. I can't remember. I thought we had a name. I thought there was something.
Someone tried calling us the Fixers, but I really don't think that's gonna stick.
Don't like the Fixers. Okay.
What about the party? Emphasis on T.
Emphasis on T. It's a working. We're working on it.
What about Zelton and the bandits?
No.
Listen,
No.
as a show of trust, to get this stuff started the right way, and I'm like gathering up the gold, and I give him, it's a pouch of 20 gold, which has to be a decent amount for.
Yeah.
It's considerable.
And I just say, why don't you just tell us your real name?
My real name is Nelton.
Nelton. Got it. It's a good name.
Thanks.
All right. How late is it?
Let's see. You walked halfway across or 2/3 of the way across the city. He spent 40 minutes decoding. It's got to be like 11.
I think we have to keep going, everyone. Who would be the most active at night, Nelton? Would it be the Shadow Gloves?
Shadow Gloves and Pride are both pretty active.
Who do you think would be more likely to talk to us?
I think Sapphire might be a more powerful ally, but I would say Isaac is probably more likely to give you the time of day. He's more approachable.
All right. Why don't you work on arranging us a meeting with Sapphire? We're going to go speak with Isaac. We'll meet you at... I just have Cliffsbay District written down.
The riverbed complex in kind of the heart of the Cliffsbay District. Want to meet there?
We'll meet there. You arrange the meeting with Sapphire. Maybe we can speak with Zeke while we're there. We'll go talk to Isaac.
All right. I will do my best. She's an important and busy woman. Might not be able to tonight.
Do your best.
I will do my best.
Okay, and then we're gonna head to, let's see here. This would be, Lion's Den Pit Fighting Arena that we're heading to. Just talk to Isaac, a human.
Does anyone else want to do anything in the apartment before you arrive there?
Nope.
Jack, can you clean it up a little bit? Maybe press digitation any signs of our...
Yeah, sure, yeah. I clean it up.
And how much did you actually take from the room? Like the pins, the lights?
A pen, a nightlight, a coat.
Okay. One coat, one nightlight, one pin per person.
I don't know if everyone else took anything. But
I just took a pen.
certainly did.
I do have a pin.
Right.
I like the
I'm
pin.
saying like 5 pins, one coat, one nightlight.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, so Nelton took one?
No, Nelton didn't take anything. Well, yeah, he took everything, right? We all saw.
He took a rock and a gold coin, or 20 gold coins.
Right, he took the most from her.
Surely he won't run off. It's just 20 gold, right? It's 2 maps.
I mean, if he does, I'm sure we'll see him around.
I mean, we do know somebody that at least gets annoyed at him often enough that we need to talk to anyways. That Sapphire lady, she'll probably give him up.
All right, let's talk to Isaac.
So, if we wait just a few weeks, Hudson may just show up in one of those brothels across town.
As a client or as a host?
Host.
Aye.
I have the weirdest feeling that he's going to be chopped up at Old Fred's fishery, and if he ever shows up there, it's going to be as a ghost, not a host.
Writing all of this down?
Why?
All right, you arrive at the Lion's Den. The Lion's Den is a kind of tavern building. It's fairly large, pretty spacious, as big as several common rooms put together at the riverbed. But in the middle of the Lion's Den Tavern, there's a large, fighting pit that is depressed into the ground. So there's, wooden flooring all around it, and then there's, a 10-foot drop, and then there's a sandy kind of arena where a couple people are engaged in an unarmed, martial arts match. When you walk in, there's also, wine and various other spirits flowing freely, and a pretty wide assortment of individuals here. There's quite a few humans, a couple Leonin, a few Tabaxi. You see Kyle and Two Drop, who you met on your first night in town. There's a dolphin folk, a couple of the other more common races, halflings, dwarves, elves. It's a big mix. Kyle notices you all and kind of gives a big friendly wave. Teardrop nods more coolly, more reservedly. And on one end of the common room, pretty close to the fighting pit, you see a human who is lounging with his with one leg over the arm of his chair. His chair is throne-like, but not quite a throne, so he couldn't get legally. It's not quite throny enough that he could get in legal trouble for sitting on it, but the implication is clear. He is wearing tight leather pants, no shirt, but a leather harness that is something like lingerie, yet still provides a +1 to his armor class somehow through the magic of D&D. He's got a goblet of wine in one hand, and he's watching the fight with kind of passive interest. He seems more interested in just kind of watching the ambience of the night in general throughout the common room.
Well, I don't think any of us are great at talking to people.
What was the name of our friends that told us to come here? We met them. They told us to go to the riverbed, but they said that
they're here.
Yeah,
all the time.
Kyle and Two Drop.
Kyle and
Two Drop.
Two Drop.
Yeah, Two Drop is a tiger-patterned tabaxi with one ear that's been mangled, and a katana over his back. And Kyle is a human that was just he was the first non-halfling that you met in the town.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see.
I was trying to remember their.
Yeah. Kyle is the one who looked like Ed Sheeran.
Oh my god, he does. A little bit. I'd say he's
right.
handsomer.
That's fair.
Jack, I think you're the most charismatic of us, right?
Yar. That's what people say.
So, just a quick checklist here. Should we reveal that we're looking for Riptide?
It's a
Play it by ear. You'll do great. I believe in you.
Another
slap him
face
on
you
the back.
recognize. Leon is here from the town watch. He's chatting
he's a
with.
good guy.
Well, let's
He's
talk to
chatting
him.
with an even buffer, like stronger lion folk. Like
Oh my
Leon,
God, he
Leon
would.
was half human, half leonin, and he's talking to someone who's fully leonin and appears to take breaks from working out in order to work out. He's, his muscles have muscles. He's this huge, like, gladiatorial lion figure.
I wish I had genitals. What, you want to talk to him? Why don't talk to Isaac? We're here for. I agree. He would be fun to talk to. He looks great. But we need to find Hudson.
Right, all right.
We ask about Azure. We ask about Riptide. Yeah, we can talk to Larry afterwards.
I mean, he still was like the captain of the watch, right? So, I mean, he's probably a good person to talk to.
I mean, that's kind of my train of thought, but we are here for Isaac, so first things first.
You
that's
talk
true.
to him. You talk to him. It'd be awkward.
But
if
you're
I
the
did.
one that wants to bone him.
He likes you.
I mean,
While
he
you're all
wants to bone.
talking, like kind of at the front, awkwardly trying to work your way in, Kyle just comes over. Hey guys, it's good to see you again. I was hoping you'd
hey
come
there.
over.
Hey there, how you doing? How's the weather?
It seems like it's been a clear night, right? I haven't seen any like big fog roll in or anything like that. If you guys
yeah,
want
no.
to drink, you want to fight in the pit. It's not a tournament night right now, so after this match is over, one of you could hop in.
I literally can't hurt anyone.
We're here for business, not pleasure.
I'm okay. I mean, pleasure's one of the main things we do here, but
I'm sure it is. But no, can you introduce us to that guy Isaac there?
oh yeah, you want to meet Isaac? Come on over here. I'll introduce you, and he'll weave through the crowd.
Thank you very much.
And yeah, he brings you around the fighting pit. It looks like this match is wrapped up, and another set is, another pair of people are hopping in, and they do have like blunted short swords that they're using. So it's not only unarmed; it's all varieties of non-lethal combat.
Interesting.
I wonder if they let fishing poles in there.
What's that? Fishing poles? I mean, make sure the hook isn't like barbed and like would bury itself and hurt someone's like mortally wound someone's flesh. And yeah, we should be able to work it out.
What about magic?
Cantrips. Depends on, fight terms have to be agreed ahead of time. I've
What
got
if
to be
I
on
can
duty.
agree
Or,
that I wouldn't kill you?
that's good, but if it's supposed to be a purely unarmed fight, then magic would still be banned. It's something that each contestant works out with each other contestants. Whatever you guys think.
That's fine.
Jack, let's fight.
I think
Let's
we have
fight.
more pressing business to attend.
I want to fight. We'll get attention.
Yeah, but then we'll be very beat up and hurt and tired, and there's a significant chance
I'm
we'll be
sure
getting
Kyle-
into a real
Kyle, I'm
fight
sure they have-
soon enough.
I'm sure they have healing here, right, Kyle?
Yeah, I can spare the dying.
No, I mean, okay, well that's good.
I mean, I'm glad to hear it. Sounds like a professional operation you've got going here.
Well, fine. Okay, no fight. Sorry, I got excited.
I mean, we may still fight, but
Oh, I'm not fighting you. I saw you knock the life out of Cross. That was scary.
Yeah, I'm not fighting Moriarty.
That was
That's an unfair fight.
terrifying.
right, you can fight Clacker then.
Clacker versus Moriarty, I would see that.
No, Clacker versus Zachary.
Fish the fisherman.
I don't know. I'm not
I mean,
very-
technically, I think Clacker's a whale folk, which is fully mammal in all kinds of ways. So, anyway, this is Isaac, everyone, and he introduces you to the blonde man on the throne.
Hello there.
Well, hey guys, what's up?
Well, we've been friends with Kyle here for a few days. He's been showing us around. We're new to Cliffsbay.
Yeah, you guys, you were at the Rock Lobster concert, right?
Oh, of course, yes.
Yeah, I was.
Very intriguing.
Where's
new
your
type of
partner? I
music.
was tearing it up with him on the dance floor. He and Kyle and I were having a great time.
I'm glad you had such a great time with our friend. Well, see, that's part of why we're here. He was abducted earlier tonight. We're on the hunt for him.
Oh no, not another. There's been so many freaking abductions lately. It's unreal.
Really?
Like even more than normal. I mean, you know, it's common for people to go missing here. That's just how it is, but even more than usual.
God. I feel like no one told me. Maybe I just need to pay more attention.
I mean, it's, you know, you're new to town. It's not something that we would like plaster on notice boards. Hey, kidnappings happen here all the time. I mean, that's bad
I'm
for
thinking
business,
about
you know.
telling everybody now. I mean, I've been here for a day. But I look to the left and right. Do you think it's got something to do with? I look at Zachariah. You know,
Riptide. Oh, you looked at me. You looked at me.
I was hoping we could do another storm metaphor.
Oh, no, I already said it. I yelled it kind of loud. I looked
Yeah,
around.
it's too late.
Yeah, everyone around you kind of goes quiet and glances at you furtively. And Isaac sloshes his wine goblet a little bit. It splashes on his pants. He's like, "Man, I just had those cleaned."
I dab it up for him.
Thanks, sir.
Literally snap my fingers and prestidigitation it away for him.
Oh, that's better. We need to work on our coordination, Jack.
Yeah, you don't have to touch the man.
Okay, sorry.
I mean, I don't mind.
Not in front of Leon.
I look over. Has Leon noticed me yet?
Yeah, he's like glanced at you, and then he goes back to talking to the other line folk, and then he kind of glances at you again.
I would do like a wave and yell across. Oh, hey, how's the weather?
He just kind of nods and then shrugs. He's like, he mouths back like, "Fine, I guess," but you know, conversations are picking up again, so it's kind of hard to hear him at this point. Like, yeah, there's music here too. There's minstrels that are performing. It's not the Rock Lobsters. It's like more traditional acoustic. Like there's a drummer and a guitarist, or I guess flutist.
Okay, I'm sorry that I blurted that out. I thought that's what the look meant. I'm still working on my cues.
I thought we would do a Zelton-style code.
Yeah, no, I got to work on my cues. Clacker's helping me. I'm working
Hey,
on it.
hot tip, don't trust Zelton. He's a con man. He also goes by any other name that ends with Elton.
Right.
We've noticed.
Steer away from him. He's just going to try to upcharge you for any product that he gives you.
You don't think he has any trustworthy qualities?
None that I have observed in my whole, I almost said my whole lifetime here. It feels like it's been a lifetime. Ever since I've been in Cliffsbay, I have seen nothing good about that little, bitch.
Well,
Whoa.
I'll have you know,
Isaac.
he talks very highly of you.
Fascinating.
I don't know.
He is pretty good with a set of tools, though. I
A
mean,
set of tool. What does that mean?
you know, choreographer tools. You know, he makes maps. Yes.
Okay. Cartographer, not choreographer.
Choreographer. I just pictured
He's
dancing
a hell of a
halflings.
Right.
choreographer.
See, he draws these things in like it's a 4 square pattern, then up, side to side, or down, and it's like a list, and you have to follow those movements, and it's a dance.
Well, I have not seen great qualities from him, but I could always be wrong. I just might have caught him on off days every day of the year for the past 3-4 years.
I mean, everyone can change, right?
Everyone can change, yes. I will
Potential.
give him room to change. I would give him room to grow, but he's a halfling, so that's out the window.
He does change quite often. He changes his name.
He changes his
No,
name like every time
come on.
you see him.
Come on. If everyone here was judged by the things that they've done, right?
I kind of like to think that is how people are judged. Is like when you do something, that's how you see what kind of person you are.
You've never done anything you're not proud of, Isaac.
I didn't say that. I can still do things I'm not proud of, and people can look at me and say, "Hey, that one wasn't good." Like
Maybe.
judge me by my actions. I mean, theoretically, obviously you haven't like known me or met me like for longer than
All I'm
10
saying,
minutes,
maybe Zelton's never been given a real shot,
a real chance, a real leg up. You know, maybe this is how he learned to survive. I hate him. He's a piece of shit. I have slapped him so many times, but I just have to say, maybe
Tell you what,
just
slap him again for me next time you see him.
We will.
You know, he had a leg up earlier. I was holding him by one.
I'm okay, Jack. You were saying.
Yes, we got a little bit off subject. I know that we were trying to probably dodge that subject, but let's go back to that subject of, I look at Zachariah.
Riptide!
Stop yelling that name, man. Yeah, what about them?
Where are they located centrally in the city?
I couldn't tell you. I would if I knew.
Alright, I appreciate that then.
Yeah, there are. It's hard for me to know who is in Riptide. That's something I would love to know. I've got my suspicions. I'm happy to share those once I'm like more confident that you're not just gonna throw me under the bus. But
Well,
I mean,
our
I'll say,
dancing friend that you had such a good time with was kidnapped by Riptide. So we were looking to recover him post-haste.
oh, I see. Okay, so you know the perpetrator of this particular kidnapping.
Well,
yes, we do know.
all evidence points to someone named Azure. I don't personally know them. I saw them at a library.
Yeah,
out
yeah,
of the
she's
corner
one
of
of
my
the-
eye before I went to the dentist.
We have a dentist?
Well, they were a doctor who called themselves a dentist.
Okay.
How bad
'cause I've been
is
having a
this
pain in my back
character's
molar.
teeth?
What,
Like,
Isaac's
does he
teeth?
have terrible breath? Like, he doesn't know there's a dentist?
There's not a dentist in Cliffsbay.
Oh, okay.
They're like, I mean, well, you're not here, so I'm not going to get
Okay,
into
fair.
Isaac's oral hygiene.
It's just a ghost floating around. It's fine.
Right. Yeah, I mean, okay, so I've got suspicions. There's a couple people that are members of WAP. I'm pretty sure they're part of Riptide, but
Wop? Wop?
yeah, the West Anakin Association of Privateers.
Wop?
Yeah, WAP. Haven't
WAP?
you heard of WAP?
Wop?
That's what I said, bitch.
Wop, yeah, wop.
Right.
I've never been a fan of them.
What, you're not a privateer? You look like you could be a privateer if you chose to.
I could be.
I mean that as a compliment. I hope you see it as that.
Right. I am
Yeah.
a privateer.
Okay.
He's a certified freak.
8 days a week.
Okay, I know you said that ironically, but we haven't
Well,
got...
no, because there's a... Yeah.
Wait, did you... Oh, that's right, you did. Okay. Yeah, there are... Yeah. Okay, thanks. You don't have an inspiration anymore, right?
No, I used it trying to save Hudson.
Yeah, inspiration for that. That was a nice detail drop.
I used it
There
trying to
are
save
8 days a week in Pincher House. I
Awesome.
mean, not Pincher House specifically, in the whole world of Neuro.
I get inspiration for the song reference, right?
He did set me up for it. I nominate.
Sure.
You are the wind beneath my wings.
Oh, okay. Well, you're not excited about it. I don't want it now.
I've got to pick my battles.
I don't want your unlively inspiration.
Well, it's on the table. You can take it now, but you can't take it later. I mean, yeah. So there's a couple people in WAP that I think are not particularly trustworthy. There's he kind of glances around. There's
some whores in that house.
there's a walrus folk I'm not too sure about.
Really?
Yeah, Grizzle.
He seemed like a nice guy.
And he seems like a nice guy. I think he's got affiliations though. You know, my network, both my personal like espionage, I guess, that I've done, and what I've heard from, you know, Kyle, Two Drop, Dariz, all the rest. Yeah, I think he's up to something. Again, it's hard to know, right? Like WAP is always coming and going. The privateers are all over the place.
What was the name again?
The West Anakin Association of Privateers.
The Walrus.
Grizzle.
Right, and nobody beats the Grizz, as we learned the other night. Me and Hudson had a drinking contest with him after everyone went to bed.
And I won.
It's almost like I can hear him now.
Well, I guess thank you, Isaac.
Yeah, man. I mean, I really had a good time with him. I hope that you can find him. Are you all staying in like a secure place? Do you need protection?
I would say we can protect ourselves, but we are a man down, so we obviously cannot protect ourselves. We're staying at the names.
The Riverbed Complex.
The Riverbed Complex is where we're staying.
Okay. You're as long as everyone plays by the rules, you should be fine there. That's neutral territory.
Okay.
Still,
did you
tell
hear
you
the rumor that I would like lean in really close. It's like, did you hear the rumor that Sapphire was working with Riptide? Because I wasn't sure if I should bring that up or not, but I just wanted to check with you.
Well, that would be the story of the year. It very well could be true, though. I've had my eye on her for a while, for a lot of reasons. None of them sexual.
So, if this turns out to be true, would you need some muscle, making any changes in Cliffsbay?
Hell yes. You want to join the Pride?
Well, I don't. Obviously, we have to verify rumors, and our main priority is Hudson. But, we'll see how it plays out.
Right.
What?
We'll tell you what.
Why would they even take our friend Hudson to begin with? I mean, I can't wrap my mind around it. Like, what would they want with a drunk
Well,
sailor?
here, come over here. Away from. Okay, we're away from people, right?
Right, yeah. Hey, Dariz, and the giant lion Leonin walks over and he says, hey, just like keep the crowd away for a minute, all right? And Dariz nods and kind of makes sure that he's like standing at a respectful distance, but also clearly like making sure that no one else is going to interrupt you.
So, Hudson, I mean, he's a fucking weird, period, but he specifically was acting very strange when Gregory talked to us. Do you remember he gave a pseudonym, which is something he hasn't done before. It was a terrible pseudonym. I think he said Mudson Slow.
I'm sorry, that is pretty terrible.
Thought he was just shy.
That was quite
So-
clever.
So, obviously, someone here might know who he is that he didn't want to know about.
I mean, remember, if we're talking about, and he glances around, if we're talking about Riptide, they are an international syndicate. Like, Pride is just a syndicate in Cliffsbay. We were all deported for political dissonance from West Danica. That's a whole story. But anyway, like, we're just local. We are well-resourced as local guilds or local gangs go, but we're not Riptide.
Right. I mean, don't sell yourself short. I'm sure you're doing great.
I would never sell myself short. I'm nice and long.
Jesus. Zugjagonku's really done a number on this place. Oh, I should fucking ask you while I'm here. Forgot the whole... Have you seen any tentacles lately? Not the fun kind.
I've only seen the fun kind lately. I haven't...
Damn it. Anyone with like these, like a tentacle beard, like a tentacle face tentacles?
No, nothing like
No.
that. That's terrifying. No,
Why?
I have
Why is
heard that
that
some
terrifying?
of the rats in the alleys and such have been acting weird lately. I haven't seen that myself. It's just something that Two Drop said.
Oh, Two Drop said it. Mm-hmm. I have asked so many people about weird animals and none of them. Okay, thank you. Oh wait, what do you do?
What do I do?
Right, like I see the whole place, but like, what's the other side of the business?
That is something that you've got to join to know. Need to know basis. You want to learn
I mean,
more
I'm sure I
about...
can find out on the street, right?
I mean, I'll tell you what you can find out on the street. Like, we're one of the gangs. We're trying to exert our influence, as any gang would, over the city for our
Absolutely.
own, both for our own safety and for our own profit.
Sure.
And for political reasons. Any of the gangs want to rule for their own ideologies and such.
You're so pragmatic about all this.
I know. I mean, I think people should be able to do whatever they want, and like what I
Whatever
hear is
they
none
want.
of your within reason, right? Like you can't go around killing
Right.
people or kidnapping. That's a problem. But like,
Right.
what I do with my life and my personal time is none of your business. What you do with yours, none of my business. Like, live and let live, not kill and let kill. Like, no murdering again. Like, that's dumb.
Yeah.
But, again, like, West Danica was just so, like, they cracked down so hard on anyone who, you know, had any form of non-traditional, like, anything. And now I'm stuck here.
Right.
Yeah, so I mean, I run the Fight Club. Fight Club is a good source of revenue. It's also good training. So when shit really hits the fan, we'll be ready for it.
What do the Shadow Gloves deal in?
They would call themselves art collectors. I think that's the nice way of saying they're burglars, pickpockets.
Okay. Well.
And I won't sell them short. They're very skilled burglars and pickpockets.
Right.
I've been pickpocketed a few times by some of their best. I'm not sure who. I just know it has to be the Shadow Gloves. Like, that's what they do.
They pickpocketed that. I point to his harness.
I dress up a little more than this when I go out in public.
Oh,
Sometimes.
that's truly
Most of the time.
talented. Are there pockets in there?
Why don't you find out?
Jesus Christ. Okay. Let's,
Well, fuck, we have to... I don't feel any closer to finding Hudson.
Well, it'll be closer, but in the small submargins.
You have having fun, Jonathan?
Did you want 2-Drop to tell you about the rats?
So Zachariah, I think, would probably go make small talk with Larry. I know it's not Larry. I can't even remember his real name.
Leon.
I'm gonna go make small talk with Leon while they do that.
Okay.
So, 2-Drop.
Yes. 2-Drop tilts his feline head, scratches at his mutilated ear.
You say you've been seeing some strange things with the rats in the streets.
Yes, I, in addition to other things, I keep the rats all cleared out from around the lion's den. And
It's an important job.
well, I know, and I thought it was honestly like a little bit of some profiling that as the tabaxi, I'm the one that does that, but whatever, it's fine. I kind of enjoy it, actually, to be honest. Anyway, I found some, I killed a couple rats that had, like, abnormally wide mouths. Like, their mouths went kind of down their necks onto their shoulders, which I've never seen before. Like, I thought that was really weird. A couple of them had like, multiple tails, even, which I did see that once long ago, but still unusual, I would say.
How long has it been that this has been going on?
This has been going on, I caught them a couple days ago. I haven't seen a 2-tailed rat in many years, and I think that was just like a freak of nature. Again, not to judge the rat, but these particular mutations have come up in the past couple days.
Do you know where they've really mainly been you've been seeing them at? Just around here, or have they been other places?
I only focus on like killing and clearing out the ones around here, but I did actually take a shortcut the other night through an alley, and again, didn't feel the need to kill any of them because it's not my territory, not my problem.
Of course,
right?
of course.
Yeah, I saw a couple other weird ones deeper into the Cliffsbay district around the riverbed, and I saw one that had I think 4 eyes when I was down south in West River.
Is he just calling that rat a nerd, or?
No, like literally, actually 4 eyes.
Okay, that's kind of.
Listen here, you little 4-eyed rat. All right, well.
Interesting.
Are they coming out of the sewers, you think? Is that where they're coming from?
Could be, but again, that's where rats normally go, right? Like, that's why they're called sewer rats. But
Right.
the additions, the extra eyes, the extra tails, the 2 large mouths, that's really strange, especially to see so many in the past 2-3 days.
Right.
When I haven't seen any in many years.
Yes, when you've been where we've been. I think they might be from Zug.
Zug.
Oh, yes, what's her name? Somebody we were chasing originally into this town. She was controlling somebody else and they were making abominations. So it makes sense. So if she comes here, that more abominations may appear when they arrived. Which should have been just a few days ago, really.
Well, yes, if the timing lines up, that's, it very well could be the same situation.
Well, thank you very much for the information.
You're welcome. I would say poke around the alleys, look around at sources of sewage, and again, with as many as I've seen, I'm sure you'll find some.
Do you know how big the sewer system is down below the Cliffsbay?
It's not very sophisticated.
I meant, could a man walk down there, or is it just like small pipes throughout the
I believe it's just small pipes. It's just runoff that deposits itself in the bay.
Alrighty then. No, don't swim in the bay.
Well, to swim in the nice parts of the bay. Money speaks.
Alrighty.
Don't swim in the parts like right below the Lion's Den, and the other, Cliffsbay district is dirty. Don't swim in the Cliffsbay district water.
Good to know. Alrighty then. Well,
Dewdrop
thank you.
licks his paw. Oh, you're welcome. I hope you come back. We're having another tournament match tomorrow night. If any of you want to watch or place bets.
Well, if we find Hudson, we'll be back.
I do hope you find him. He seemed a nice guy. I can't say I'm terribly optimistic, knowing the kidnapping record in Cliffsbay, but I do hope you find him.
Well, I hope to prove you wrong.
I'd love to be proven wrong.
Well, I think we're done here then.
I think that's about it, isn't it? When Zachariah finishes talking up with Leon over there, we can move on then.
Yeah, I mean, you can see that both of them are trying really hard to make conversation that isn't terribly awkward for both of them. Like, one of them will say something, and the other one will nod and, make a response, and then they'll both be in silence for a few seconds, and then one of them will try to say something else, and then maybe change tactic. It's not going well for either of them.
Do you think Leon would know where Riptide is?
Are you asking Dewdrop, or are you asking the party?
I'm asking anyone within earshot. If Dewdrop has an answer for me.
He might also have an idea about something. It could be why they got to burn down the other day.
Dewdrop would still be in earshot, so he'd say, Leon is a good resource for Riptide. He might actually know more than Isaac, since Leon is part of the, or is one of the captains of the town guard.
It's not gonna make him, come down on us like a ton of bricks for bringing up, the biggest crime syndicate in the world, pretty much.
No. I mean, you're here, so you're obviously friends of the Pride. That speaks for Leon.
I mean, by the way, I meant to ask, doesn't that seem like a little bit of a conflict of interest for the head of the town guard to be, so embedded with a gang?
Oh, don't worry about that.
All right, I won't. But I mean, I just had ran through my mind.
Just winks at you.
All right. So I guess we should kind of shuffle over and save Zachariah from this awkward conversation that he's in.
Yeah.
Hello.
Leon looks relieved to see you. Oh, hello. Oh, are you all having a good night here at the Lion's Den?
Yeah, it's not what I thought it would be. It's not like the other Lion's Dens I've been to, but it's a pretty nice place.
It is. I enjoy my time here. Anyway, I was, he glanced back at Zachariah. I was just getting ready to go home and check on the city watch, the town guards, make sure they're all okay.
Well, before you head out now, I had a question for you.
Oh, okay.
Our friend who was with us the other day when we met, he's been abducted by what we've come to understand is a group known as Riptide.
Oh, Riptide. I would also point out of character, that was earlier today. This has been a 3-session day.
It's been a long day.
It has for me as well.
I haven't been to
another,
bed yet.
lie and yawn. I haven't been to bed since before midnight last night, when the whole thing burned down. I'm running on fumes. I don't know what that means. My horse is
Steam
ready to
fumes.
stop. Yeah, I don't know how to translate that metaphor. I'm very tired. Yeah, I'm sorry, what was your question about Riptide?
Where are they centrally located in the city?
I don't know. If I did, then they would not be in the city.
Do you have any, maybe not confirmed locations, but any kind of idea where they may be functioning at?
Yes.
That you were looking into? Yes?
Yes. I'm off duty right now, so this is not official.
Nothing here is official, yes.
Right, none of this is official, none of this is an endorsement for anything that may or may not happen from you receiving this information. I believe that Riptide those that operate here. Again, I'm not sure how many lackeys they have here, or if they only have a couple like informants or whatever. But
Of course.
there's a boat in the docks that has been in the docks for years now. It's it's broken down, it's run down, has not been operatable in years. I know that something goes on there. I haven't been able to procure the proper search and seizure like paperwork necessary, but
Oh, that's very interesting.
yeah, I believe that's where you might find Riptide.
Oh, do you happen to know the name of the boat then? And
It's
about
the-
its whereabouts?
The Metaphor.
The Metaphor.
Yes.
Don't say.
Yes, and it is on, it's like moored pretty close to the shore. On one, we've got like a very large fortified pier, and then we have smaller wooden docks branching out from it. So that first wooden dock close to the shore that runs along the West Anakin Civil District shore. It's the rundown one that obviously is not seaworthy out of Babylon.
Well, thank you for the information.
You're certainly welcome.
Very nice, very nice. Well, that's our next stop then.
All right. Do you intend to head there straight away? It's past midnight at this point.
Kind of feel like the Hudson needs us to.
Right. Right.
Right. Like,
At most we could only sleep and then hit there in the morning. But I do think we should probably get there as soon as possible.
Okay, that sounds good.
Clacker, what do you think?
Oh yeah, we gotta get him back.
All right. Before the investigation into the ship, the Metaphor, I think we should go ahead and call it for this session. So, sorry everyone, you're gonna have to wait for another week to see the conclusion of this, but it's just how the timing works out. Something to look forward to for next week. This has been the Kaleidosphere, To Whom the Sea Belongs. Thank you for joining us on this epic voyage. If you enjoyed this, then please like, share, subscribe, and leave a hopefully 5-star review, as well as a, I always get tongue-tied saying this, quick wit written review. Try saying that 10 times fast. Any method of spreading awareness helps us out a ton, and we're very grateful for any of that. If you would like to get in touch with us, go to linktree/thekaleidosphere for links to our Discord, to our Twitter, to our email. Hop on the Discord. It's amazing. There's other podcasts, including the Homebrew Podcast with Cody and Pippin and Grant. Lots of great stuff there. This campaign is dedicated to Brandon, who we hold in loving memory. To Whom the Sea Belongs is a campaign set in the Kaleidosphere. That's kale, like the vegetable. Ido, I-D-O, sphere. Join us next week as they continue the Hudson rescue party.
Please rescue me.